Welcome to a Patreon live today. Just going to get myself adjusted here. I've got a couple of things that I want to do. One of which is pull up the comments and make sure that everything's working, or pull up the actual video itself. How are you all doing? How's your week been going? I know right this moment is the Week in the Life release. So if you are purchasing or planning to purchase the products from the Week in the Life collection, then you will definitely want to make sure to go do that, since I believe that just now it becomes available. Which means that we might have people trickle in afterwards too. Okay, so that should be pulling up now. Ooh, let's volume off. Okay, good. All right. Hello. All right. Okay, I'm adjusted. I've got my video here. I always have my iPad right in front of me so I can see comments as we're going through things. All right. So, hi. Happy Thursday. Cat, no. I don't mind if they get on my crafting table, but I don't want them on my actual desk because it's not as supportive. Okay, but you need to stay over there. Anyway, today we're going to be working on 3 different layouts inside of my Mochi Things notebook. So this is a book. You are killing me. I'm about to kick you out of here. This is a notebook that I have been documenting my summer stories from June of 2022. I did give a little brief about this project the last time we worked on it, but just in case you haven't seen that one or are unfamiliar with this book in general, this is a book that's available on the Mochi Things website. And I first learned about it from Heba Alsabai, who is My Little Journal on YouTube. I saw her using it, and then it's funny because shortly after I saw her talk about it, it showed up in my Pinterest feed as an ad constantly. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try too. It looks cool. I like the idea of the grid pages, which, as you might know, has totally inspired the way that I am doing my project life this year, and I'm loving it. So I originally intended to use this book to tell stories from June through August, and then only ended up figuring out layouts for the month of June. So this is my 2022 June summer stories. Today we're going to be putting together 3 of the layouts, and then 2 weeks from now we're going to put together the last 3 layouts, and then this album will be done. And I'll be able to do a flip through, which I'll share with you here, and then we'll do another flip through for YouTube. So that's where we're at. For my layouts in this book, I primarily use stamping as my way of adding in titles and embellishments, and then I already have my photos and journaling pre-printed. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn around to the desk view. All right, you out. You're cute, but not when you're trouble. Okay, he's over here chewing on all my things. Like, what the heck? Okay, so let's turn over to desk view and get going. I'm excited to craft with you here today. As you probably know, I've been doing a whole bunch of lives for Allie Edwards and Company about the Week in the Life. And it's nice to come here and do the live, and it just feels a whole lot more casual. Okay, sorry, it's all shaky because I'm plugging it in. It feels so much more casual to be here with all of you versus, you know, the entire, sorry about the shaking, the entire crafting potential of the crafting community. That's a little bit, I don't want to say more stressful, but it is more stressful because you're presenting to a lot more people. So it just feels nice to be here. We're just going to make some things. We're going to hang out. We're going to chit chat. I didn't even put makeup on today. Not because there's anything wrong with makeup. Just, to be honest, I'm just really tired. Really tired. My first story here, let's talk about the first story, and then we'll chat some more and I'll check out what you guys have been up to. So the first story that I'm telling here is going to see the Disney Pixar movie Lightyear for the first time. We took the kids to go see this movie. I did take some pictures. So I have one of the kids walking, he's holding both of the kids' hands as they go to the movie theater. And then I also have a picture of the popcorn bucket. So beyond that, I didn't take any other pictures, or there were none that were good enough to print. So I did just do a big one of the movie poster, and then we're going to fill in with some stamps from the Paper Person Dinner and a Movie stamp set. And then I also have a little piece of journaling for down at the bottom. So when I go to pick my inks for these, I generally like to pull colors that I have in the pictures here. And so I know that I wanted to put this Dinner and a Movie as my title with the checkbox underneath that says in the theater or streaming at home. And I also really like the little popcorn bucket that I'll put on there as well. Or I could do this, and then this calls for popcorn. I kind of like that. And then I have Let's See That Again as my journaling title for down here. Okay, I think that'll work. So I need to think about colors. I think I want to do maybe purple, like a dark purple, which I have right here, this Purple Rain from Color Theory, to kind of go with the purples of the sky. We'll definitely use black, and then maybe a really like sky blue, this something blue. I think that's what I'm going to go with color scheme wise to go with the photos that I've got there. Then, oh, you're getting to start the day with this. That's great. I sometimes feel very jealous of all of you who are on the West Coast because I wish that I could wake up and just, or like drop the kids off at school and then be back here and do all of my live stuff at, you know, like right at 9 o'clock my time, because I feel like my brain is most active from like 9 to 2. I'm still doing okay at this time that we're at. For me, it's noon. And I'm still doing okay. But earlier in the day, I'm definitely a lot more with it, you know? But I can't necessarily do 9 o'clock my time because it would be 6 o'clock your time, you know? So like, or you know, I think 3 hours is the most it gets, right? Yeah, because Allie's 3 hours behind. So it's interesting. It's interesting. So I'm a little jealous that you get to wake up and be crafty. Someday, maybe. One of these days I want to do like a weekend, super casual, just like work with me type of video and start it early in the morning, and whoever shows up can show up whenever. And then just for like 3 or 4 hours, just get a bunch of work done on a Saturday. I've been toying with that idea. So we'll see. We'll see if I make it happen. I wonder if I should have. No, I don't want to trim that. So I'm going to add all these on here because I don't think I'm going to stamp on the photos themselves. So I'm good just putting them in. So we'll do that. Let me see what you guys are all saying. So Mallory, you just got the notebook and the mini kit bundle for Week in the Life, and that's it. Good job. Good job. I'm proud of you for just getting a couple of things. I know it's hard to resist. It's definitely hard to resist it all. And the mini kit, I think, is going to be a really fun lens for Week in the Life this year. And even if you don't even use it for Week in the Life, those stories apply any time of the year. Which way do you go? Let me pull this up. I don't remember which way this goes. What is up and what is down? Oh, okay. See, good thing I looked. All right, so it goes like that. Okay, and then let's do the stamping next. Hopefully this is still damp enough. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see what else. Oh, and yes, this week has been incredibly busy. I'm like quite a bit busier than I would have liked it to be. I need a break. I need a break so bad. I told Aaron, I'm like, I need a vacation. Like, I feel like I haven't had a break since last summer. I think last summer we went on a lot of vacations. And vacations or taking a week off is both good and bad. It's good because, like, yay, you have a week off. I'm sure many of you can relate to this. Yay, I have a week off. Awesome. Relaxation. But in order to take that week off, you either have to pre-prepare everything early, so you kind of double up the week before, or you end up behind, and then when you come back home, you have to double up the week that you're back in order to make up for that space that you've missed. You know, so like, it's one of those things, like, they're great. I love vacations, and at the same time, it's like, oh no, you know. Oh, and speaking of oh no, let's just kind of get my fingers in there so I can press this all. And I should probably put that flat so it doesn't have all the bulk underneath it. Whoops. It worked out just fine. So, anywho, it's been a busy week. Yes, I've had tomorrow, Friday, is going to be my day, hopefully. So, it's possible I will be doing a live on Instagram, just like a Q&A live on Instagram. For Week in the Life questions, answers regarding the release and all that stuff. I'm hopeful, though, that will not be necessary. You know, so I can have a day of no lives. But, you know, it might happen. We shall see. We shall see if there's lots of questions that need answering or not. But other than that, every day's been like 2 or 3 a day. It is a lot. Okay, there we go. So I've got dinner and a movie in the theater, streaming at home on the top there. Debating if I want to do the blue. Do I want to do the blue? I kind of do. I think I want to do the subtitle blue. And then this can be black. Might as well just do that. I have the black out. Let's see here. Stephanie, you guys have a snow day. Stephanie, where are you at that you have snow today? It's finally not snowing here. It's actually supposed to be in the high 40s and low 50s over the next 2 weeks. I don't know after that. I need to find out because then it's spring break. I think I'll be really mad if it turns out that it snows on spring break and it's like nice before and nice after. You know, that would just be so typical. But I'm hopeful that we're due for some nice weather over spring break. If nothing else, then to just be able to get outside while the kids are home from school. We'll see. Where are you at, though? You are South Dakota. Huh? Wow. Well, hopefully it stays out your way. Just keep it over there. Keep it over there. Oh, man. Have you guys had a lot of snow days this year, Stephanie? We've had so many. Emma, hi. Yay, I'm glad you're here too. This calls for popcorn. Yes, it does. Your kittens wake you up at 5:30. Those kittens, they're the worst. That's how ours are too. Although we used to let the cats sleep with us in bed, and then once we got the kittens, then they were naughty, and so they got kicked out of our room until we could trust them again. And now at this point, basically they peed in the back corner of our room, and it's like it's brand new carpet, of course, you know. Oh, cats. So we kicked them out because we're like, well, we can't trust you, and we don't know why you're doing that. It was the only place they did it in the whole house, of course. So now they're probably fine. It's been like 6 months since we've let them in our room. Has it been 6 months? Yeah, I would say, right? 9, because we got them in October. So, okay, maybe it's been 5 months. It's been like 5 months since we've let them in our room. And they're older now, and they definitely know where their cat litter is now and all that stuff. So we could let them back in, but we've gotten so used to how nice it is to just sleep in our bed with no animals that we haven't brought them back in. Okay, and then this last one I want purple again, just so I've got some more purple down at the bottom. Anyway, I feel that though. I feel that the cat's waking you up early. Actually, that's my kid now. Now the kids just do that. Wake us up early. Okay. This is just does not want to be straight. Okay, let's try it. I'm gonna line it up on the line here. Like that. Okay. Oh, Etienne, I'm like, wait, are you doing the notebook too? So you got last year's digital notebook. I think that's fine because the digital one this year is going to be exactly the same. It's just different colors. So if you want to have it be a different color, you can just recolor it, right? In Photoshop. But yeah, the notebook's really approachable. I like the notebook. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do Week in the Life this year. I don't know. I think it's just like I think it's the exhaustion talking, but I debated it. Like, do I want to do it this year? Do I not? I went through my last year's notebook and I really do love having it. So I probably will. And it'll probably be in the notebook again, just for ease. But yeah. It's a big thing. And digitals were on sale. Hey, there you go. That's what I've been thinking about too for mine, is like maybe what I do is just for the Week in the Life, maybe I just do, maybe 3 layouts in my yearbook and then just have it go in there rather than doing an entire album. I've been thinking a lot about that too. Just making it easier, more compact, less work. All right, so this, I just need to check mark it and decide if I want to put anything else on here. So this was in the theater. Do I want anything else? Looks so plain. I think I want to maybe color. Maybe I'll color that popcorn. Whatever color this is. What are you? Oh, these don't have names. They just, I think it'll be fine. It's like yellow, right? Oh yeah, so we'll color the popcorn here. Sometimes when I'm coloring things, P.S., I leave, like, I don't totally color it in. I leave a little bit of white, especially for things like popcorn, because popcorn is white with butter on it. So I'm like, if I have little specks of white in there, it almost makes it look more realistic. And then what do I want to do after that? Maybe like a blue. Oh, I don't know which one's going to be the right blue. Oh, they're the exact same. Okay, so a blue and a purple maybe. This one's not the right purple. Maybe like this. I'm just gonna guess. I have kind of a purple color, so I'm like, maybe. I don't know if this is gonna match. We're just going with it. But we'll do that. Just give it some color. And then I'll do the inside, maybe I'll just color the whole thing in. Okay. All right, so it's kind of better. Let me see what I have. What do I have in my embellishments? Anything? Oh, I have wood. Okay, I think maybe there's something in here about... No. This one that says watching, but no, it's too big. Too big. Anything in here? These are all summery, summer days, summer nights. Our favorite. Explore all the little things, the best getaway. Here for the food. Are we there yet? Drinking. Routine around the table. Baking, eating. Weekend getaway. Summer vibe, summer treat, the snacks, outside adventures. Now, okay. So no to that. I don't know. I might just leave it and be like, whatever, whatever, it's fine. I don't need anything else. Just, okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine. Dinner and movie. Done and done. Going to see Lightyear. That is that. Okay, so let me put these back away and these colors back away, and then we'll get started on the next one, which is a two-sider. Okay, so the next layout here, I probably should get out my little, this is like a little stamp mat, similar to the bigger one. It's not as plush. It's not as plush, but it does kind of help with getting better impressions when you've got the bulk underneath. So next layout here. Well, I'm gonna see what else you guys all got. So hold on, I'm gonna drink some of my tea and I'm gonna read your comments and see what you guys are all working on, what you all bought, that sort of thing. So I got that. Melina, you got the mini kit because you have all the main kits. Yep. And the 10 by 8 because it's super cute. I'm gonna use that 10 by 8 for a Disney album, 100%. It'll be my only travel album this year. And really, in future years, I probably won't do your typical travel album unless we go somewhere really big. So this year, our really big thing is Disney, so I'll tell Disney. But then next year, I think we're just gonna do some smaller trips to go see family, kind of like we did last year. And instead of making all the mini albums, I just wanna throw them all into one big album and just have it be all the trips together and not care about each of them having their own thing. But yeah, so simplifying. Danielle, you got the 6 by 8 the 6 by 8, the transparencies and the circles. Mallory, you're on spring break right now. Yeah. I wish spring break was not in March. I wish it was in April when it's like a little bit warmer. And even here, it's not going to be that warm in April either, but you're on spring break now. I hope you get lots of rest this week then, or have gotten lots of rest this week. Oh. Okay. Working on memory planning. Your mom was here for a week and left yesterday, so planning on scrapbooking all day. Yay. Okay. I think I'm caught up. Oh, and Emma, you got the mini kit, 3 sets of stamps, the Paisley Press 2021 digital. You're more monochromatic. Okay, yeah, I think monochromatic actually works out really nice because you never know what colors are going to be in the photos that you take. So it gives you a little bit more flexibility on using the supplies. And if you have colorful supplies in your stash, you can also pull those out to accent it without buying a full kit that's full of color and then having to make that work with what you're making. So I can totally understand that. Okay, tea. Also, have a tank top on and a sweatshirt on. And when I come on here, I don't know what it is. I think it's because I closed my door. It starts to just get really hot in here. So sweatshirt off. Okay, so next layout. This one is all about a day at the pool. No, a day in our outside pool. So not going to a pool, but making a tiny one in the backyard. For my layout, I am going to be using the number stamp here. This is, I don't even know what this is technically called in Allie's shop. I think it might be called retro numbers. I don't know. She doesn't name her stamps. Does that irritate any of you? Because that irritates me. I want them to have unique names that makes them easier for me to talk about them when I'm using them. So you know what to reference when I say I'm using the Allie Edwards retro number set. Then you're like, oh yes, of course, the retro number set. Instead of being like, these are the numbers. I don't know. That could just be me, but it does irritate me that they don't have actual names. Most of them do not. Anyway, I'm using these today to do five pieces of journaling throughout the book. I've also got lots of pictures to put on this one, lots of journaling. And then I also pulled out the 2020 stamp set from June, Stories by the Month. So I think this one has just, I think I'm only going to be using this Let's Do Summer title layered on top of the numbers. So I think what I want to do is kind of get a gauge for the photo here. I need to pull this up on my computer. I want to get a gauge for that. So here we go. So I can pull ink colors, but I'm not going to add any of this on here until after I do the, the stamping. I'm going to stamp first. Okay, so got that, we got that, we got that. This one goes here. This one goes here. In case you're wondering, I did create templates for these, just like I did for those 6x8 ones. They are, what do I want to say? They are like the first version of this type of template that I ever did and offered for sale in my shop. I have since found, I feel like for the most part, the sizing is good, but I feel like there are some that are just need to be slightly adjusted. I should probably pick a day and do that. It's much easier to create a template for a page that you personally design versus trying to measure and then figure it out on the computer. Yeah, it's more complicated, but it works for the most part. So I do have a template, and that's how everything is already trimmed down to the right sizes and scaled down to the right size as well. I want to, oh, I didn't cover those up. I should have. Oh, well. And then, okay. So from here, big stamps. Oh. Tammy, you're just going to do digitals. There are probably some things physically that I like in the kit that, if I didn't own it, would I want it, I feel like there are some things, but for the most part, I think that it's going to be a very good digital kit. The thing that I don't like the most is just that the colors don't match by the day. And I know that's a me thing. That's a me problem. That I like the colors to match. So like everything from Monday has the same color scheme. Everything from Tuesday has the same color scheme, because for me, that makes it way easier to figure out where or what to use. It helps me figure out my formula. It helps me make easier decisions rather than like, well, what do I want to do now? What I will say is that the products in this year's kit are so good for one-off stories. I can see myself definitely using like the chipboard pieces and the titles to create layouts that are not for week in the life, that are just, my weekly deeper stories. I could totally see doing that. And I want this too. But for the project, I think the digital is going to make it a lot easier to make it work for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of that. Okay, so color here. Let's get orange because we got lots of orange going on. And that'll be fun. I don't use orange as much. Oh, where is it? It's all yellow. Orange. Is this the orange I want to use though? Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so I'll do orange and then maybe like lime. Do I have a lime? You are lime. Yeah, that's fun. That's very summery. I like it. So we'll go 1, 3, and 5 in orange, and we'll go 2 and 4 in green. And then this will be black. There we go. And that'll be that. So let's remove all of this so we don't accidentally get ink on everything, right? We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do this. Yes, exactly. The fear, Marvell, I'm seeing that you said, yeah, the fear of using something and, you know, it's your favorite and now it's gone. Not having to deal with that anymore. Totally. Also, so many of those sentiments. I feel like one of the best digital products for Week in the Life is going to be those 10x8 transparencies. There are so many words throughout all of the transparencies that you could just digitally, you could just isolate the word and cut it out and then use that almost as a stamp on a page or making it into a journaling card. Like, holy cow, there are so many good ones. That if there's one, if you're comfortable in a program like Photoshop and there's one thing that you're going to get, I would be like, those, because you're really going to get your money's worth. Okay, so let's stamp the one. What did I say? I was going to do 1, 3, and 5 in orange, right? I think so. What do you print digital products on? For me, I usually print all of my digitals on photo paper, but matte white photo paper, because I find that it has the best color consistency. I feel like Hallie talks about what she uses too. It might be like photo or like presentation. It's some kind of presentation paper. I have presentation paper that I've never even used. I've probably had it for 3 years. I've never even used it. I probably should use that just to see what it looks like, but I don't think it's the same one that she does. Anyway, for me, I like the matte white photo paper. Okay, so there's the one. Oh, this is maybe not as, okay, that's better. Not as damp as I would like it to be. If it dries out too much, I might have to just go run it under the sink, my little cleaning thing. Okay. Yeah, the decision making. Yes, I have to have a formula too. I'm like you, Emma. I need the formula to tell me where things are supposed to go, what I'm supposed to be talking about, you know, where to put my embellishments. I like the one-off ones for a thing like the yearbook, right? Where I have two stories and I just go into my stash, or if I have a certain kit that I'm supposed to be using and I pull all that out and say, okay, I've got this story and how do I tell it? And I don't mind that. But if I'm going to be doing an album that is an entire album filled with stories from just 1 week, then for me, I definitely prefer having a formula, which is partially why I would go notebook again. Because to me, having that repetition of every day, I write in what happens throughout the day. And then every evening, I write down my gratitudes and the feelings that I had throughout the day. And like, you know, on the page with the gratitudes, I'm going to put one full page photo. It just is a lot easier to design or figure out your formula for that. Ooh, 5. So I'm with you. The coat. white coated matte photo paper. Huh, I've never used that before. White coated. I don't think mine's coated. Mine's the Canon brand. I have a Canon printer, so I generally get all the Canon brand photo papers as well. I mean, to be honest, I've never bought anything that wasn't Canon for my paper. So I can't even say that, you know, one of the other ones wouldn't be fine. It probably would be fine, but I've never used it. So for me, the white matte Canon photo paper, but coated, that's interesting. So it saves you on your ink then, if it's not sinking in as much. Okay, let's move this. Come over here. Stamp that on there. Huh. Yes, so Melina, for me, the key is always the formula. In 2019 was my first year doing Week in the Life. And for that one, I documented, I had the papers that are a lot like the journal. I think the journal was designed off of the papers that Allie used to use, or she still has them on her blog, so you can even just download them and use them. But anyway, the ones that are like the hourly breakdown, and there was another one that had a section for overheard and a section for, I forget what else. There were other like prompts for the day. And so I filled all of that out during the week. I took all my photos during the week. And then I put the album together, I want to say within the next couple of weeks after that. Like everything was done. Then in 2020, I did the project again. But that time, I did all of the documenting. I saved a bunch of ephemera from the week. And then I never put the album together. So I had uploaded all my pictures and everything was there. I just never did it. So then in 2021, I ended up finishing my Week in the Life album in the month of March, I want to say. That in March, I did a bunch of lives on my YouTube channel and finished it because I wanted it to be done before the next year came. Then in 2021, the documenting week was the same week that we put our house on the market to sell it. So there was just no way. There was just no way I could do it the same week as everybody else. So I actually documented, took pictures, did the whole thing like the first week of July. But I have still, to this day, never put that project together. It's all there. When I feel like it, it's all there for me, but I've never done it. And then last year, I was like, okay, I love the album. I actually have one of them up here. After we do this, I'll show you my 2021 that I did back in March, because it also has a formula, but it's done in an album versus the notebook. So if you haven't seen it, let me know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, I'll show it to you. Since it's literally right here. Normally it's in the basement. So it's literally right behind me. So yeah, in 2022, last year, I was like, okay, I need to make this easier on myself, because what I was doing is I was taking notes, I was writing things down, and then I would sit down and the first maybe 3 days of the week, I would do my journaling at night and turn it into, like pages of journaling. So taking notes and adding more context, and it just became an essay, essentially, that I would put into my album and then print it all out with my photos and all that stuff. So then last year, I'm like, I can't do that. Like, it just is too much. It's just too much to sit down and write out an essay every single night on top of all of the other work that I have to get done. So that's not realistic for me. So then when they had the journal, I was like, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. And then instead of writing down my notes and then transferring them into the computer and making them longer, I'm just going to write my notes, and that's going to be it. That's going to be my journaling, you know, in amongst some other longer form journaling, but all done by hand. So I can just sit down at my table, write it all out, and then go to bed. And not have to worry about capturing every single little detail. That made it manageable, and I finished. So then the week after Week in the Life, I printed all my photos and stuck them all in with embellishments. You know, it might have been more than a week. It was an amount of time that I don't remember, but it was not an extreme amount of time. I had it done because all I had to do was stick everything in, and it was done because my words, they were already there. Anyway, that's just to say that it felt way easier to accomplish the full album using the notebook, because I'd let go of the fact that, you know, if I misspell something, whatever. If I don't make logical sense, whatever. It's fine. It's just my brain, right? And like, and my story, and who cares if it's not perfect. And I actually now really enjoy having the album that's done in my own handwriting, because I don't handwrite very often. At least I don't handwrite for scrapbooking very often. I definitely handwrite a lot, and have been more so even lately. So anyway, just a long spiel. So you just gotta just make it work for you. Make it work for you. Uncomplicate it, you know. What are the most important pieces that you want to capture? Is it photos? Is it words? Is it videos? Is it, you know, a quote that you hear every day? Is it the currentlies, like what you participate in every day? Like, what is the most important thing that you want to remember? What do you wish you could remember about 5 years ago, you know? And then use that as your basis for what you document and how. Okay, I gotta figure out where these go. So this is here. I stamped that a little too far down. It'll be fine. This one goes here. This one goes here. You are here, which makes you here. Okay, so let's stick these all down. Hopefully without making a giant mess of things. Okay, so this, by the way, too, I get a lot of questions on this. So in case you're wondering, this is a clear matte sticker paper that I just printed on. And it goes down, and it's very, very difficult to tell that it is sticker paper and not just printed on there. I did have somebody who commented, I think on one of my Project Life spreads, that was concerned about the archivalness of sticker paper. If I could get this backing off, you know, that it might not last all the years, and that's fine. That doesn't, archival stuff to me, it doesn't matter. Like, I take pictures of all of my layouts and they get stored on the cloud, so it's fine if it gets ruined. Plus, I have so many albums, so many stories that I doubt any one person would ever go through and read them all. So I decided that that's fine for me. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Number 2, number 3. Okay, cool. I will show it to you then. I'll bring it out once we're done with these pages. I got one more to do after this, and then, yeah, and then I'll bring it over. Just so you can see. That way you can see what a formula, I mean, you could probably look at Allie's too. I think hers are formulaic as well. But then you can see like, you know, the formula thing can be achieved with an album too. It makes it easy. Danielle, it's your 8th year documenting. You haven't done 2022. Everything is planned. Just need to order pictures and they're already formatted. You could totally get it done. Yes, I think I actually, okay, so I said at the beginning, you know, I don't know if I want to do Week in Life this year. I'm definitely going to do it. I'm just going to do it on a very small, like I'm just going to, you know, relax. I'm going to use that notebook, do kind of like last year and relax. And here's why I want to do it. Because for me, Week in the Life is one of the only times of the year that I'm hyper-focused on photography. I am struggling to take photos these days. I am struggling. I feel like I don't have any photos to document. Last week, I took 4 photos the entire week. 4. And I think it's because just work life has been so busy that I just can't even, I'm just, you know, I can't even, I don't even have time to sleep a lot lately. So I'm like, that's driving a lot of my not taking pictures. But it is also kind of sad and disappointing because I love taking pictures and being engaged in life in that way. So I do want to do Week in the Life because it gets me out of this, like, I don't know, this funk of not taking pictures, and it hyper focuses me on it. So then I have lots of photos to take. So I am going to do it. It's just, you know, I just need to be calm about it. Be calm about it. Relax, take pictures, enjoy the process. If I don't, and do the notebook. I'm just going to do the notebook. Okay. Oh yeah, see how cute that is with the green and the orange? I like it. It looks really cute. Yes, I was going to say, Etienne, did you answer that one? So yeah, that's what I did too, was 5 inches by 8 1/4. Yep, because it's not as fun to trim papers. Yep, 5 by 8 1/4. I'm pretty sure that's what I did too. Oh, I love that, Danielle, that you printed them and then hand wrote on them. There's something really special about handwriting too. You know what I think with handwriting is that we talked about this a little bit in the one little word discussion on Tuesday. That was Tuesday, right? Yeah, it was Tuesday. We talked about it then, that there's something about handwriting with a pen or a pencil on a piece of paper that you are, as you write, you're not necessarily editing yourself, whereas when you type on the computer, you're constantly editing your words. And so this stream of consciousness doesn't flow as easily with typing as it does with handwriting, just because with handwriting, by the time you're like, oh man, I spelled that wrong, you've already moved on to whatever thought is coming next. It's just, you can get some different type of journaling onto the page when it's done in a handwritten style. Speaking of which, one of the things that I started doing, I've now week 3 completed, on Tuesday mornings, I drop the kids off at school, and then I've been taking myself on morning dates to local coffee shops, just, you know, going around visiting them all. So I had like Starbucks was 2 weeks ago. This past week I did one in our downtown that's just like a mom and pop shop, which I think is going to be my regular place. Like, I think I'm done searching for where is my coffee shop writing place going to be. It's going to be at the downtown store. The feeling in there is just, oh, it's so good. Anyways, I've been taking myself on these like coffee dates and bringing my notebooks and writing. So this last week, I'll show you this. I've decided I have all these Archer and Olive journals that I didn't really know what I was going to do with them. I say that, and then I just resubscribed to the quarterly subscription kit because it's gorgeous and I had to have it. And also I like having journals. So I've had this one, which is like a little Vespa. It's so cute. It's so cute, or scooter, whatever that is. But I didn't know what to do with it. And so I've decided that this is going to be where I put just right. So like Tuesday, this week, I printed off the first of the Just Right prompts, which is cup. I printed it on the same sticker paper and trimmed it out and stuck it down on my book and then just wrote. Just wrote and wrote. Well, this isn't a ton of writing. This is, but you know, it's writing. So I wrote about cup. And then I'm probably going to put a big picture here. Or I might just put like the title of Just Right here and then put a photo here and then start the next one. But anyway, handwriting. I just am really enjoying getting back into sitting down and just writing. I don't even think I'm going to share that anywhere. It doesn't need to be shared. but it just feels really good. It feels good to sit down and turn inside, you know, and write some stories. Okay, there's that. And who knows what will come of it, you know? Who knows? I'll do that. Yeah, that journal is so cute. The yellow one, it's so cute. It's bright and cheery. I was debating whether I wanted to keep it as like a summer journal. Like is there something I could document in here for summertime? Because it's so summery. But I figured a journal in use is better than a journal sitting on my shelf unused. So I was like, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go with it. And that's gonna be that. Oops. Okay, one more. We'll be there. Okay, I thought I saw something else. Yeah, if it wasn't for the puppy, you'd be taking pictures too. I know. What is it? I don't know what it is about the start of this year just being like, wah, wah, on the whole taking pictures. We need to get back into it because it's so fun. I document these pages and I'm like, oh, it's so fun to just have all of these different pictures. And then I look at my my uploads and I'm like, oh man, 4. And one of them's like a picture of a book because it had a quote I liked. Like, it's great. Yes. Okay, so here we go. I just got to decide, I need to date stamp this, which this would have been, I don't know. I should find out. When were you? I wonder if I put the dates on here or not. That is one faux pas of mine. Shutterfly. Photos. Hold on, we're gonna have to come back. I'm gonna let that load up a little bit. I'll come back to it. So I'm thinking maybe what I want is somewhere in this mess. Oh, right here. Right here. Maybe I want some of these. These are cute. I kind of want to stamp what's coming next and then come back in and put some of these on here because they're so cute. I want like a million of these. Oh, Jonah came in here the other day and took I didn't know it, but he came in here and he got this this precious sheet of asterisk stickers. And he took a bunch of them off and put them on some paper. I think it was paper. And then gave it to me and was like, look what I made you. And I was like, oh, it's so nice. You know, it's like my stickers, you know, but I was like, oh, it's so kind of you. But next time, please ask mommy if you can use my stickers and I'll give you some you can use. Does anybody in your family do that? Just me. Or they'll come in here and they'll cut apart my twine. And I'm like, no, that's my precious twine. Okay, I want my albums, yes. So I need June. This is June. Probably towards the end of June. Let's try here. Oh wait, no, this is wrong year. Wrong year. I need 2022 June. Where are you? Where are you? Almost. Yeah, it was definitely here because this is actually during Week in the Life last year. Okay, so yeah, got that and that and that. So here, oh, and I should probably look at this too. So you would have been the 24th and you would have been the 25th because I never date stamped the one back here either. So let's do that too. So this was the 24th. The next one's the 25th of June, 2022, 24. Okay, so we'll go that, and then 25, and I want this. It's gonna be 25. Okay. Boom, bada bing. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna come back. We'll put the asterisk stickers on here. Maybe I also want a tiny phrase sticker. I'm gonna get those too. Just see. So maybe like a little pop of white would be good. Let's see here. Well, we got love. We've got amazing, ecstatic. This is kind of like good and bad. Like we've got like, but dislike. Worried and ecstatic. Not my favorite day. Good day. So I'm thinking, yeah, we can probably just grab some from here. We've got you can do this. Where can that go? Maybe right here. You can do this. Okay. And then we'll, oops, wrong one. And then we'll say, I've got good day. I've got friends, nervous, excited, overcome. Yes, good. Another good day. Amazing. And I'm going to put good day up here because it sure was. And amazing can go, it can go here on my kids looking crazy. Okay, we got that. I'm thinking I'm going to do one more down here. Maybe there's the word love, and then, oh, funny would have been good there too. Oh well. Love and friends, yes, maybe just the word yes. Okay, so we'll go love right here. We'll go yes right here. Cool. All right, there we go. So that gives it a little bit of something, something. And then we'll do the asterisks after we stamp the next page. So I can put these two away. And we'll move on. The destruction is a bit different with kittens. Yep. Oh, and bears. Bears and kittens. Yep. Mm. Okay. So tomorrow I have my next YouTube videos coming out because I do Friday YouTube videos, right? and I'm doing the February flip through of my yearbook album. So then I'll have January and February on there. And then I am thinking about next Friday doing a video that is kind of a, I don't know what to call it, but kind of like a suggestions type of video where I'm talking about different books, movies, TV shows, activities, and maybe like recipes to make as a family for the season of spring. So like books to read as a family for spring, movies to watch as a family for spring, activities to do as a family for spring, recipes to cook as a family for spring, just different suggestions of things to do. I've been watching a lot of vlog videos that are similar to that have, like there's this one girl, I super love her. Her YouTube channel is Darling Desi, and she's like a young married woman with no kids and does a lot of videos about that type of stuff, you know, like things to help you really get into the season and enjoy the season. But she's coming at it from almost like a single woman aspect, like things that you can do as a woman. And I'm like, well, what are things I can do with my kids and my husband? Like, what are things that I can do that are not just, you know, just me by myself? And so that's taken me down this whole trail of trying to research and find different things to do. So I think I'm going to share a video of that next week. I just have to figure out how to film it and the rest of what I want to say in it, you know. But I've compiled my books list. I've compiled a movies list. I just need to sit down and think about activities, family activities to do. Oh, thank you, Melina. That means so much. That means so much because those are like so outside of my comfort zone, but something that I want to do more. I love scrapbooking and I still love sharing scrapbooking and all of that, but I just feel pulled to be not so one-dimensional, to be not just scrapbooking. I still have to figure out what that's going to look like for Instagram because I feel like I'm moving in that direction for YouTube, and it's like, how can I bring more of that into Instagram? Because I love scrapbooking and I also love journaling and drawing. I love interior design. I love creating schedules for the family or going and doing things with the family, you know, or for myself, you know. I love sharing messages of hope from more than just a page. So anyway, that means a lot because it's something I want to get better at. And I feel very much a newbie at it, but I'm glad you're getting some enjoyment from all of it. This, okay, what did I need here? All right, let's figure out stamps here and then we can move on. So I've got, this is about visiting the zoo for a day. We've got the park day, the script, the alpha, and then I feel like I needed the June one that I just, where did I put that? Oh, it's back here. Okay. And the June one. So I want to put the words zoo, like I want to do a vlog of the family at the zoo and ways to really enjoy visiting the zoo, because that's, if you've been around for any length of time, you know that we love the zoo. And so that's something that's on my docket. Maybe in the, I don't know, I say in the summertime, but also it's so busy in the summertime. But maybe on a cold day. I feel like that's when I need to do it. It's on a cold day. So those are my favorite days. So we're gonna do zoo day here. And then I want from this, what do I have? This story, today's story. What was I gonna do with this? Okay. June memories. Oh wait, this is August. I don't want August. I want July. Not August. Put you back. August 2020. I need July 2020. That's better. Also, at the end of this month, I'm going to try to do, finally, a studio tour. Ugh. I'm going to try. I dread it. I dread those videos so much. But I know I need to do it. So that's on my to-do list. I'm hoping next week to get done. I'm thinking about, let's make sure I'm cutting this in the right spot. I'm thinking about doing it as a series. So having like a 5-day series that goes all week long. So it's like Monday through Friday is the whole series, and having it be like, I think I had decided to do an overview, just kind of get the floor plan down, the bigger pieces of furniture that's in here, and then focusing on the different sections. So, you know, my desk area or my table area, I have a wardrobe that I keep stuff in. So that, and then my cube shelving behind me, and just talking more in depth about what's located there and different systems I have for the smaller things. So like, for example, my cube shelves, I can tell you what's in every cube, but then also that's where I do my stamp storage. So we can talk more about that. And that's where I do my paper storage. So we can talk more about that. Anyway, so that's, I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to do that for the end of the month. I just need to do it. Really, it's really the end of the day, the end of the story. I need to just do it. Okay, what does this say? Coming, oh, loving these moments. Okay, so I have you there. Is that from this? No. Where's loving these moments come from? This I need here. So you're going there. And today's story. So that I just cut apart so that it fits on here. So it says today's story. And that'll say zoo. And then I need a day at the park, which is right here. And that's going to go under the word zoo. And then loving these moments must come from here. Yeah. Loving these moments. Which also needs to be cut apart too. Moments. Okay. All right, loving these moments. Woohoo. Now, let's get all of these out and we'll figure out color-wise what do we want to do here as well. So we've got that one, that one. It's going to go there. It's going to go there. That one. These ones I have a lot of photos. So the photos take up most of the space and there's very little journaling because these stories were also documented in my week in the life last year. So I didn't need to go into like extreme detail on them. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm thinking I want to do maybe like green and red and black because we've got red and then lots of green going on. So I want that same green that I used before, that one. And then I want red, which I've got, not you, got Poppy. And then that will be Zoo Day. Okay. Okay, we got this. So put those over there. So they go on that side. These ones over here. So they go on this side. And you and you. Okay. For the word zoo. Whoops. Do here. All right, so I think I want to do, I think I just want my title to be black. What's in my drawers? What's in my closet? Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And so for me, I'm like, I want to split them all apart because that's a lot of information, you know, to put into one video. It would be like a 2-hour video. It'd be insane. So I'm like, I can do a grand overview and then, you know, go into the finer details in consecutive videos. I'm also thinking of doing it with a big giveaway as part of it. Around Christmas time, I think it was Christmas time. It was like 12 days of Christmas. I followed this. I still follow her. I like her. I followed a planner girl, and she did a series where she did a Plansmas. It was a Plansmas series, which is like planners, Christmas, 12 days, talking about planners, right? And every day she posted a video, and then at the end of the video, she asked a question. But it wasn't a question, it wasn't like, you know, what did you like about my layout? Which I am guilty. I'm guilty of using that as a question to try and get some engagement. But it was like, you know, what's your favorite childhood memory or whatever. So then you would comment on her video, and every time you commented and liked her video, and you had to subscribe to her, so you had to be subscribed, like the video, leave a comment, and then that would get you one entry into this really big giveaway at the end of the series. And then if you could do it on every one of those 12 videos and have 12 entries to get into this giveaway. And it was so fun. It was so fun, not only to just follow along with it, but then also, you know, the excitement of like, oh, what's the question going to be today? And all of that. So anyway, I'm like, I want to do that so that I can give away loads of the stuff from my stash that I would like to give away. I have got some good things that are, you know, unopened and all of that. Anyway, so I'm thinking about doing that, but having it just be a shorter 5-day series. And then it's just, you know, getting my life together so I can make it happen. But I would like to. I also, I think today I need to spend some time replying to YouTube comments too. I've gotten behind on those lately. But it's one of those things, I read them all. I love them all. I just need to get on there and reply to people because it's so kind. I'm sure any of you who share anywhere, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or anywhere, it's so nice to receive comments from people on the things that you do or the things that you share. Like it feels so good. So I say this all the time. You guys have probably heard me say this before, that I just would really like to get better at being consistent with replying. Maybe someday. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so we got zoo day. Okay. In the black. I'll probably do something else in the black too. Like maybe actually this makes sense to be in black. And then underneath it can be a color, underneath this can be a color, this can be a color, that can be a color. I think that'll work. Sorry, head in the way. This was one of my all-time favorite stamps. It's called Park Day by Paper Person. And I was so excited because there's a little zoo icon. I have used this so many times because it's adorable. And it's the zoo, you know, anyway. All right, put that there. And then we need to do some color. So black, we're done with you for now. And then I've got, so this says a day at the park, which we'll put there. And I think this I'm gonna have be red because we'll have red here and here, and that gives us kind of a diagonal. Mallory, what, you said you're crafting all day today. What are you working on today? Oh, you have some, that's cool. You had some donated kits to give away. That's so cool. Mallory, you could do, if it's through Story Kit Crush, you could always, you could do a giveaway that is based on participation. So you could say like, you know, we're gonna give away a kit to one person in our community who participates in Story Kit Crush. So you could make it where it's based on, if you're crushing, like let's say this month you're doing mornings. So you could say next month for whatever the kit is, I can't remember. Actually, I don't know. What is the kit for next month? Anyway, you could say next month we're crushing blah, blah, blah kit. And for every person who posts a layout and tags Story Kit Crush using this kit, you'll be entered into a giveaway to win such and such story kit, you know, or whatever it is. And that would be cool, because that way you would get participation and you'd be able to give fun stuff to somebody. Or you could open it up more broad than that and say, you know, anybody who posts a layout for Story Kit Crush using an older story kit, you'll be entered. So you could do it either way. Okay, so we got those done. If you did that, you would just want to make sure, I'm sure you have already thought about that. You would just want to make sure to let people know with enough time so that they're prepared for it. Okay, so this I want to be green. I want you to be green. I think I'm going to do greens here on the next 3. Oh, connect. Okay. Ooh, Waco stories. I love Waco. My brother went to Baylor for his master's, and so we used to go and visit him at least once a year, sometimes twice a year while he was there. And it's such a cool place. I'm assuming you probably went and did all the silos and the magnolia and all that stuff while you were there, because that's, you know, that's like the touristy thing to do. But yeah, Waco's awesome. Oh, you want him to go to Baylor? It's a good school. It was a good school. Oh, today's first. So we got today's, and then story, and then the subtitle. Nope. Okay. Okay, and this one also goes here too. So this says loving these and then moments. Probably could have stamped that lower. Oh well. And the word moments. Okay. All right, so that's going to give me all the stamping done except for the date, which I'm pretty sure was the day after this one. So this was the 26th, no, 25th. So this would have been the 26th, and it's going to go up there. Grab that. Oof. So I know for a fact we went the day. It might have been the 27th, though, actually. Let's find out and make sure. The 26th. Yep. Okay. All right. So put that there. Done with that. We're done with this. all done stamping. Yay, yay. Go back and put those on here in a minute. And I just want to figure out, I suppose I can stick everything down first and then decide, you know, if there's anything else I want to add on here. Okay, so these can all move. Now, what else would I maybe want? No. Maybe some of these. Okay, so I've got some cardstock stickers that maybe, because those are nice and flat, you know, so I don't have to worry about it bulking everything up. There's that one. And then the one for over here. Okay, so photos, and then we can see about if I want to use any of these. So we've got these aren't really the right colors here. I do have I don't mind like the yellow. So yellow is a good enough tone to go with all that green. To see if I have anything else over there. That's flat. No. Okay. Well, 5 stars. Where'd those go? Okay, not a ton. So I've got these, which are like plastic, you know, they're transparent, so no. Ooh, but maybe these actually are pretty good. Okay, maybe these. So we've got a cute, and then maybe I can layer them with a tiny phrase sticker again, just to spruce it up a bit. So we'll adhere these down first. Maybe. Maybe I should be a little... So like red needs to go... I want to put the red one like right here. And then I've got this lime green. That would be cute right here. And then there's the gray, sure, which I want to put a bigger one here. The gray one can go there. Let's do a big, maybe yellow. It's like greenish yellow color. Yeah. There. Thinking maybe this kind of peach color can go there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's cute. That works. Okay, so we've got that, and then let's see about a tiny phrase sticker set. Something that has like very little words. Good heart, good things, find the good. That sounds good to me. Good enough. Feeling good. Good, better, best. Good places. Good idea. Good people. Okay, maybe good. Good works. How about, I want something kind of bigger for there. So maybe like this, like find the good. We can put here. So we got find the good. We've got maybe feeling good can go here. Oh, you're kind of big. No. But what I could do, let's put you back on there. We could say just the word good. Okay. Just have that kind of offset. Probably not going to keep the word enough. Then we've got this one over here, which I can say pretty good. This one I can say, sure, this feeling good. Did I miss any? Right here. Let's do I like good stuff, but it's a little too long, so we'll just trim it down to make it not so long. Okay, good stuff. Ugh. Except it covers up his hands, so no. So instead, actually I just rubbed ink on there, so nope. Okay, so instead we'll say, I don't want to use like another, just times not all good. Maybe just all good. That I can trim down more. I wanted to do that in case anything went off the edge and then I needed to trim it down, and then I would have been mad to have it already adhered. But this works, so all good. Okay, yay. So we've got that. Stick things down, add some asterisks, call these pages done. Yay. Okay. When you go to Waco, I see who else is going. Marvell, you're going in June. Yes, I definitely recommend, yeah, it is going to be hot. I definitely recommend the Magnolia stuff. It is really cool. It is really cool. The first time we ever went, they had only this tiny little shop, which I don't even think they have anymore, because now they have the big silos and all of that stuff. So definitely recommend the Magnolia stuff. There's also, there is a restaurant. There's a couple restaurants. There's one that's called Nympha's that has the best Mexican food. Well, I can't attest to all of their Mexican food, but they had this one dish that we still to this day talk about, and we probably ate there, I don't even know, so many years ago. At this point, it probably was about 5 years ago that we were there. Anyway, it's called Nympha's, and it's Mexican food. If you like Mexican food, definitely recommend it. Fun fact, when we went to Nympha's to eat, we actually sat at a table, like 2 or 3 tables over from Cliff, who is the carpenter, or was the carpenter on their show. What was their show called? Fixer Upper? So yeah, we like did one of those like, oh, let's pretend we're taking a selfie, but really we're taking a picture of Cliff in the background. Or Clint. Is it Clint? Might be Clint. Anyway, we sat right by him. Anyway, Nympha's, very good. Near to Nympha's or attached to Nympha's, I can't remember if they're attached, was this super super cool market that you could go in and go shopping at. It's almost like one of those handmade markets, but it's huge, and there are so many good things there. Like, I really wish we could go back to that market. I can't remember what it's called. You have to see if you can look it up. But some like super cool artesian market that was nearby and or attached to Nympha's. Definitely recommend that. There is a chain of restaurants, but the one that we know of, or the first one we ever went to, was in Waco, called Torchy's Tacos, and they are amazing. It's like a little like street taco restaurant. I think they're located in more than just Texas, but I don't know that for sure. Anyway, Torchy's Tacos, very good. Especially their like queso dip, yum. Yum, super yum. And then in the Waco area, I think there's also maybe more extensions of it outside of Waco, but the first one we ever found was in Waco, that is called Pochio's. And it is a food truck that sells ice cream sandwiches. I hope that they are still around, because that is the best ice cream sandwich I have ever had in my life. It was so good. They're like warm cookies, and every day they have 5, there's a choice of 5 different cookies, and every day it changes what the cookies are. And then they have like 5 different flavors of ice cream, and every day that changes too. So then you go and you choose your cookie and you choose your ice cream, and they're like fresh out of the oven, warm. So it's like melting your ice cream while they're together. It's the best ice cream sandwich I've ever eaten in my life. Ever. So if Pochio's is still around, go to Pochio's. My basket of stories. Oh boy. So my basket of stories has very much so dwindled, because most of them I've actually put back. I started to feel really overwhelmed with how many I had to do. And so I just kept the drawing of what I want to make and added it into an envelope that has all of my story kit components. So right now, I just have a couple stacked by my desk that I want to make. And those are, there are 4. I have 4. So and they're all from this one's from Make. And these 3 are from the Labels quarterly kit. So these will sit by my desk probably until the end of March, because this is what I will use if I don't have anything else to use for some stories throughout the month of March. If I don't actually use these before the end of the month, then I will just take the stuff back out, hold on to my drawings so that I can pull everything back out if I need to, and then put it into storage. I started doing that, I want to say a month or 2 ago. It might have even been the beginning of the year, just because it just felt too much. It felt like I was never going to get to it, and then it's just kind of like hanging over my shoulders over there. So that is the dirty secret over here, I suppose. Okay, so I'm going to finish this one off by adding these cute little asterisks on here. The green tone is not the same as the green of my stamp, but that's okay. That is fine. It still works. So I've got that. I've got another cute little orange one for here. And then a cute little green one for here. Ooh. And there we go. That's all I'm going to do here. So I've got that. We've got that. Day at the park. This one. And the dinner. See, the dinner to me is like so plain. But I don't know what else I could put on here. you know? I mean, I could put these. I don't know. What else do I have? Oh, I have these. Let's do these. These cute little, I have had these for a million years. So let's do that. And then that will give this something, something else. Maybe like that. Dinner and a movie. Put one maybe like right there. And let's do this. Let's see that again. I'm kind of like, what if I just did a bunch of these over here? What would that look like? If it looks dumb, we can take them back off. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that. But I can just leave the kind of want to have like that maybe. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Okay, so that gives it something extra. It's still probably not my favorite, but it's okay. It's a story told, and that's what counts. So I can put all this stuff back, and then I'll bring over that Week in the Life album so I can show you that. But I'm going to clear this all off first and take a swig of my tea. I will say, Mallory, so I've got the 4 layouts that I've not done anything besides sketch out an idea. So those are I have sketched these, and I would like to tell them, you know, but I need to have photos and journaling and an actual story to put with them. I do have some stories that I have already done the photos, printed my journaling, printed my photos, put them all in a packet, ready to go. And so I do have a pile of those. Probably a total of like 1, 2, 3. How many would I say? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish. Well, no, these aren't really. Those are different. Maybe about 10 layouts that I've got just ready to put together that are not for, they're not for a specific video or something. You know, like I do have some layouts that are prepared that I need for the Facebook Lives for Allie Edwards. And I have some that I need for here for the Patreon Lives. I have some that I need for, what else, like classes, like the story class or stories or inspiration by the month class, whatever they call it. You know, I've got some of those prepared. But then I have other ones that are just ones I can complete on my own time, or more than likely what will happen is those will just pile up. And then there will be a month where we do this series, the Let's Finish What We Started series, and it'll just be a bunch of random layouts again, like we did in January. All right, and anything else I need to get out of the way? This, and I think that's it. Okay, let me grab that. So here's what we did today. Dinner and movie, pool, zoo. Cool. I will take pictures of all of that and get it into our post on Patreon. If not today, then tomorrow, but probably today. So, Week in Life. Oh, here it is. It is massive. P.S. This is a massive album. So, for size reference, we'll see if you can see this. Here is 2020. Here is 2022. That was last year. So I guess they're maybe not. It is smaller. It is smaller. It's probably about a third, or not a third, 2/3. I mean, But anyway, it feels massive. And it's bulging, so like things are a little warped in here too. So in this one, what I did, let's see if I actually even filled this out. This was an idea that Allie gave us, I think maybe from the Week in the Life prep day. I thought it was so cute. I printed it out. Did I actually? Oh, I did. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so this is a little booklet, and I put in like a selfie with the right now. And this was something that Allie had given in the prep day downloads. So it's like, right now I'm loving, I'm not loving, I'm thankful for, something I want to remember about this time in my life. So I've got me, and then I've got Aaron, and then I have Izzy, and then I have Jonah. So that is like the starting point for my album. I liked it as a way to give a little bit of details about us, you know. Then for the format of this album, I decided, or I assigned each day to a person. So I think Monday was Isabella, Tuesday was Jonah, I think, Wednesday was Aaron, Thursday was me, Friday was the cats, Saturday was like just family, and Sunday was just family. So that also helped to pre-set up some of the foundation to my, whatever it's called, formula. But then you'll see that every day is exactly the same. So this one I've got like reason why, and then we begin. So I've got transparency with the number, the rubber, a sticker, and then an asterisk and a heart. And like every single one of these has the exact same look. Every single one. There's, you know, Thursday, look at that. See, every single one. And they're really cute. So transparency. Then I've got my opening photo. So full page photo. This was a photo template and had this already, like I just had to add my photo and print it off. And then I put a fabric circle. Again, every single day has the same thing. Template, circle, right? Template, circle, every day, same. And that's how it will be for every single page in here. So full page photo. Then I have another full page photo, and this time I added a die cut and an asterisk. And then this was paired with a divided 6x4 pocket. So I used the Monday card to type out some story, and I put a photo underneath it. And then on the back, I've got photo, chipboard, and this like plastic word. I pulled out cards from my stash, 6x4 cards from my stash, and used one here. This was another photo template that had a spot for 4 different photos. So a template. Then I have my long form journaling for the day. So for this one, this page here was also a template. So you could add in a photo behind this today's story. So every day I've got something here that relates to that specific day, and then just full journaling, full journaling, full journaling, like pages of journaling. So in between the pages of journaling, I've got a 3x8 with a photo. And then on the back side, I did details. So for the different people, I detailed pieces of their bedroom. So this was Izzy's bedroom in our old house when she had bunk beds. Jonah would have still been in his crib, so we wouldn't have taken those apart yet to have them each have a twin. He would have had a crib, and she had bunk beds. And then I have like her closet, and I have her like nightstand area, so some details about that. Then I have a 2x2 page. These are all pieces from the day. Most of them are pieces from Izzy, since this was her day of the week. So I have like the plastic of the Lunchable that she ate. I've got the this was like a toilet paper roll craft that we did, and I cut it apart. She did like a collage decoupage thing, a little drawing that she made, just different pieces of her artwork that I added into there. Then I've got routine. So over here, I wrote down the same times for most of the days. So like 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2. 2 to 3:30, 3:30 to 5, 5 to 6, 6, 7, 7 to 8, whatever, times. Then I depicted these activities or the times in the 12 spots to the left, right? So I've got 12 photos for the 12 times. The back of that is a flat lay image of all of the things that were important to her at the time. So she was really loving Barbies, which, you know, is kind of a faded thing at this point. She's never been a doll person, so it was always surprising that she liked Barbies. Baby Giraffe, of course, her Pokemon figurines, the Nintendo Switch, her bike helmets, you know, just things that she was all about. This was a template that was also done in the Week in the Life prep day from 2020. So there were 7 pages with different prompts, and then stamped out 1 through 10 and wrote in, you know, whatever about the prompt. So some and most, some days, most days. Full page photo, a divided page protector. This one I have overheard, and this is a card I made myself using a bunch of different digitals, and put down like 3 things that I overheard her say that day. And in the back side, I have a gratitude from the day, more photos, and then a filler card. This is just an insert. This was some artwork. I did this one and Izzy did this one. So I just threw these in here because we made them on that day. So why not? And then every day is the same. So I've got full page photo, full page divided, you know, the Tuesday. This is a filler card from my stash. Photo. This is a different photo template, but it's still a template that comes, you know, photo template, photo template. And then here's his written out story of his day, his bedroom. Pieces of his day, like wipes and diapers, you know. Thank God we're out of that, you know. His 12, that go to his 12, his flat lay of things he was really into. This one is loving, 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 you know. Full page photo, divided, overheard, gratitude. So it's a formula. And this one is very extensive. Like now I would not put this much into an album, I don't think. I mean, I like having the pictures and everything, but I really like the stuff. Like these are pages that I really enjoy seeing because that's such a cool way of seeing what is coming into your life. But I love the flat lays of what's important to us. You know, I think for me, most of it is the stories. I like the photos too. I definitely like the photos too, but just knowing that I captured so much of it in writing. Aaron, he has like a fro going on. This was COVID, so, you know. And that's really cool too, to have a deep dive into Week in the Life during COVID. His little bun. So funny. This would have been like, you know, our bedroom, but for him, the reasons he uses the bedroom, which at that time he used to go up in the room to work. He forgets that because now he has an office in our new house. He totally forgets about that. His flat lay. So it's really cool. But having the like, okay, now I need, you know, for every day I need, oh, Mr. Dibs. For every day I need 1, 2, 3. I need 3 outside of the page protector photos. So then that helps me to identify what are the 3 large photos that I want to have in my album. And then the next step is, okay, now that I've identified those, I now need, you know, 1, 2, I need 2 4x6s. So, which is the next largest size. So what 2 photos do I want there? The template, you know, what, based on the template that I'm using, what photos really relate to what I'm trying to convey. This one was just kind of an outside shot, something very background-ish so that it didn't matter where today's story ended up. I needed the 12 photos for the day. And for that, I set alarms on my phone. So every hour I would take a picture of whatever the person was doing. So if it was a cat, it was usually sleeping somewhere. You know, for Aaron, it was working in the basement and then having lunch and then working upstairs and then playing with the kids. You know, so it just helped. It helped to do that. For Saturday and Sunday, because these were family days, you know, it's more of all of us in here. It's interesting because I have a different phone now than I had back during this, I believe. I don't think I had my phone yet, my current phone. And the picture quality is a lot better on my new phone. So here I did different prompts. So instead of the details, I picked something else. So for this one, I did all of our coffee mug shots, and then I did my desk. So like what I was working on throughout the week. And that was a fun way to go about that. And then for the flat lay, this is all of our outside stuff of life. And then for Sunday, this is one of my all-time favorite pictures of our family. It's just, I set my phone on I like propped it up on a cup or something, and then did a photo timer and took pictures of us on our doorstep. I loved that. But for this one, I have little pieces that I cut off of the labels of the beer that we were drinking, or the boxes that they came in, to show all of the different ones that we were currently drinking. We always have, I say always, but it's not necessarily true anymore. Hold on. Oh, I swallowed wrong. It's not true anymore, as much anymore, but we used to keep a steady supply of different craft beers in our fridge so that we could just pick and choose whatever we wanted, you know, and had a variety. So this would have been the variety that we had in our fridge at that point. And then this, I showed details of our house. So this was our, I don't even know what you would call that. It's like it's a spot. It was a wall in our house that I had like a calendar, and I had the kids' chore charts, and I had, you know, like pens or whatever we needed to go. It's like a, what do they call that? There's a name for it, but I can't remember. A home management spot? I don't know. Anyway, something like that. Oh, and Sunday was Aaron's birthday. So this would have been his birthday. And then for the thing here, I did stuff that we like to do inside. So stuff that we like to do outside, stuff that we like to do inside, and then called this one good. So I just ended with the last 4, and it's a lot. There is a lot in here. There's a lot in here. My notebook doesn't have as many pictures, I would say. There weren't as many pictures in the notebook, and I feel like that's fine. Like it forced me to edit myself down even more. So in here, you know, I've got no photo, 1 photo, and then a template. But this one, I repeated the exact same template every single time. So I've got 10 little photos, right? And then this, I had the 5 photos. And this one I had 2, but another full page I kept the full page photos because I like those the best, usually, you know, and then the full page. But I liked having a little bit more. I guess the only place I have variety is right here. This is probably my favorite page each week, or each day of the week, is having the prompt to help me do some different journaling, right? It's like real life. This one was about my kids throwing tantrums. I'll tell you what, it's been a year. Nothing much has changed. We're still throwing tantrums. Although now it's just mostly Jonah instead of both of them. But yeah, these were my favorite pages for sure. So, you know, like routine. So some watching and current. Yeah. Current and routine wherever that one is, here, were actually one. That was actually one, and I cut them apart to make it into two. But anyway, there you go. I hope that that will help. I hope that, I will definitely say from experience that having a formula helps me. It does help me. And if it's something that helps you, then I would highly recommend thinking about it. You don't even have to think about it before, unless you want to have a formula to the types of stories that you're telling. If you want, like, every day I want to tell this type of story, then setting that up beforehand, or giving yourself a template to fill out, a page to fill out, something like that. It'll help you to capture those during the day so that when you get to the end of the week, you can add them in. But I don't think you necessarily need to know what your album is going to look like before the week happens. You know, like, you don't need to know, oh, every day I'm going to have 2 large photos and 4, 4x6 photos and 6 3x4 photos. You don't need to know that beforehand. But when you go to put it together, if you are able to identify how you want it to flow, it'll make everything so much easier to get the project done. So, all right, friends, that is our live for today. That is it for today. I got to let you guys go so I can take some pictures, and I got to get my kids at some point from school. Tonight is book club, so if you guys are around and you want to come and chat or just come and listen in as we talk about the book I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, then come on by. That's from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. And then that is it. So have a great rest of your day. Have a good afternoon if I see you later. And just that, I will see you all later. Bye, friends.